Hey, welcome back to Nail It by Nay. As you can see, we're getting straight into it today. I'm starting with a Beetles nude colour for the base, and we're going to be putting a Halloween design on top of it, so keep watching. If you watched any previous videos of mine, you'll see that I like to take my time a little bit when doing the base coat, or any coat for that matter, and if you didn't know that, then you do now. So if you're using an LED lamp like myself, you want to cure that base layer in the lamp for 2 minutes before you go in with your second coat. Once you're happy with the coverage, you can cure it again for 2 minutes before you go in with your final coat, which is your top coat. Top coated and cured in the lamp, so now you want to give it a wipe with 100% acetone before you start doing your pattern. Has to be orange, being a Halloween design. The shade of orange I'm using today is by Canni, and I'll link it below as always so you know which one it is and where you might be able to get it. So I'm starting off with the base of the pumpkin, or the outline if you want to call it. Other than calling it a pumpkin shape, which I don't think is going to help, it's kind of like a heart shape, I guess. Kind of two curved lines that meet. We'll go with heart shape. Why I'm now stroking the brush down is because I want to do the whole of the base in the same direction, if that makes sense. I feel like it just cures a bit neater when it's all in one direction, and that was the easiest direction to do it all in. So it's now been cured for 2 minutes in the LED lamp again, and I'm just going to go in with a second coat just to make the orange look a bit more solid. So this is what my pumpkin, aka heart shape, is looking like so far. Cured again, and now I'm going to go in with a top coat. I'm going to top coat just the design rather than the whole nail. I just feel like it's unnecessary to coat the whole nail, because when you're trying to cure it, the more layers it has on it, it's just more difficult. So yeah, I just find it's unnecessary to ruin the base colour by doing that. I guess you're also saving product as well, not unnecessarily using your top coat. So I've only done this design once, and it was a year ago, so I'm looking back at my pictures just to see where I need to draw my lines. As the design has been top coated again, I've just given it a wipe with 100% acetone to get rid of that tacky layer before I complete the rest of my design. I've actually got the shakiest hands, so I don't know who told me to do nail designs, but here I am. As you can see, when it's broken down, it's actually not that difficult. All I'm doing at this stage is an outline of the shape that's already there, really. Seems really extra, I know, but I'm actually going to cure this again, and that's just because if I mess up any other lines throughout doing the design, then I won't mess up these bits that are already done. I've realised that this isn't even how I did it before. I just drew the whole of this line that I'm extending and then the same with the other, but I mean, either way, this breaks it down a bit more anyway, so it makes it a little bit easier in a way. So yeah, as I said, just extending the lines from the outline that's already there. And what do you know, I'm wiping away and starting these lines again because they just haven't gone right. So it's a good job I've been curing as I've gone along. Just going over the lines that are already there because they look a bit faint. I just like the colour to look solid, not like it's all washed out. So yeah, I'm just going over them before I do the next set of lines. I'm going to be really brave now, and I'm not going to cure the lines. I'm just going to go in with the next set of lines. We got this, I'm confident. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of reminded me of a basketball. It does also look like a pumpkin though. I shouldn't have said that because now you're not going to be able to unsee it. So after saying I was confident, I have messed up a little bit, but it's nothing I can't solve with a tiny brush and some acetone, and it won't ruin the design anyway, so yeah. We're going to try that again and we're going to get it right this time. So far so good, I like it. Again, some of the lines just look really thin and faint, so I'm just going to go over them and just fix them up a bit. go in and top coat the whole nail now, just to make it a little bit easier for myself. All that's left to do is a tiny bit of detail now to finish it off. Feel free to go wild and do this part green or add a little leaf, but I'm just keeping it basic today. This is going to be funny. I'm going to try and put top coat on just the stem. I feel like that's actually alright. So yeah, that's the pumpkin done. Straight on to design 2, no nonsense, and I'm using the same colour for the base. Second coat done, and no, that's a lie. First coat done, going in with the second coat. I also forgot to say that I switched the angle. It's literally so I could do the nail without the camera just being in my way, because yeah, the angle's just so funny. So yeah, apologies, I've switched the angle. Top coat now going on, and I'm going to stick it in the lamp to cure. As you've probably seen from the thumbnail, this design is a lot easier, so it's always nice to know. Nice and simple, just going in with a curved French tip. Again, just going over that tip with the second coat, just so the orange colour looks a little bit more solid. the drill, just going to top coat the actual pattern, or the tip even, rather than the entire nail. As I've said before, keep curing and wiping, because if you need to rub something out, you don't want to ruin the entire nail. And we're going to go in for a second attempt of a neat line around the outline that's already there. Again, looks like I'm being extra, but the line is kind of thinner in some places, so I'm just making it a little bit thicker in those places to make it look a bit more even. So now that I'm happy, I can move on. So for that stitched effect, I am doing some straight lines and then some crosses, doing it in a random fashion as well, because if you're doing it too neatly, then it's probably going to look less realistic anyway. And there you have it, two very simple Halloween designs. For my next video, hint hint, I would like to do some trickier designs. I say this, but it might be a disaster because I've never done them before. This is the thing with me, I keep doing this, designs I've never done and recording them, and yet on Come Down With Me when they say, I've never done this dish before, I'm like, sis, don't you want to win the P? Why wouldn't you do something that you've done and you've mastered? It's crazy. But yeah, anyway, hypocritical much. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and if you like the video then don't forget to leave me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.